Don't forget the first rule of theater. Never feed Hugh Jackman after midnight. So here we are in Season 3 of Only Murders in the Building, and I absolutely love this show. It's the best show on television. And Season 3 is no different. See, now at the end of Season 2, we get teased that Paul Rudd dies on stage. Turns out he doesn't. To keep the theme going, he in fact does die in the building. Now, if for some reason and you're crazy and you haven't watched this yet, I won't spoil how he dies in the building, but if you haven't watched it, go watch it. Now, this season does change it up a little bit. It concentrates a little bit more on each individual character's personal lives. Charles, Oliver, Mabel. Oliver is back to directing his first Broadway show in years and how that's affecting him, both mentally, physically, personally, everything. Charles having to deal with his first ever performance on stage live and how he has bad anxiety about it. And he goes to the White Room, which is apparently somewhere all Broadway actors go when they get stuck. And he accidentally proposes to somebody, and the whole thing is just hysterical. And Mabel, not only finally being kicked out of the Arconia because her aunt, I believe it was her aunt, is selling the room finally, but also finding a potential boyfriend. And the other two guys, Charles and Oliver, also finding potential love as well. And all three of them are just absolutely perfect, not only individually, but together. Like, it is so insane how good they are together. Like Steve Martin and Martin Short, that's no surprise. They've known each other for years. They've been friends for years. But the fact that Selena Gomez works with them so well is just fantastic. And slightly off topic, I got the chance to see Steve Martin and Martin Short live this year, and it is such a good show. Ear-to-ear smile, laughing the entire time. If they go back out on tour and they are in your city or close by, I highly, highly recommend it. But anyway, there's twists and turns everywhere, including the three of them breaking up at one point, which is heartbreaking because you don't want to see them break up. But thankfully, they get back together and everything because they have a murder to solve. And our new stars this year, Paul Rudd, the great Meryl Streep, Ashley Park. Paul Rudd is fantastic. Meryl Streep is a scene stealer. She is beyond amazing in every single scene she is in. And she has an incredible singing voice as well. I didn't know Meryl Streep could sing. She's amazing. Ashley Park, too. Much smaller role than Paul Rudd and Meryl Streep, but she's great. Jane Lynch also returns, and to no surprise, she's also a scene stealer every time she's on. One person has a bigger presence this season, and that is Michael Cyril Creighton. I don't know, I might be saying his name wrong, who's Howard. His presence is so much bigger this year that he kind of steals the show at times. And I love that. It's great to see somebody be able to who's been on the show for 2 seasons, finally get a more featured role and kick ass. There's also cameos everywhere. Matthew Broderick shows up in an episode, and he's fucking kills it. Mel Brooks has a quick scene in a FaceTime with Martin Short, and he's hysterical because he's Mel Brooks. And that's just like the first 7 episodes. Once we get to 8, it's bombshell after bombshell after bombshell. They suspect this person, and this person confesses, but it's not really them. Oliver, this major health crisis happens, and it turns out this person is actually this person's mother. And it's like, holy shit, there's so much happening, and I love every second of it. And in the final episode, we finally get to see the musical itself, at least bits and pieces of it, and it is so much fun that I want to see it actually come to life. So ultimately, Only Murders in the Building Season 3, it is on par with Seasons 1 and 2. That is incredibly, incredibly rare for a show to be this consistent season to season to season. I mean, a lot of times we'll get season 1, amazing. Season 2, season 3, season 4, oh my god. And it just gets worse and worse and worse because they're running out of ideas. Sometimes the first season's terrible, but the second season is amazing. I mean, it's hard to be consistent, but Only Murders in the Building is consistent. But absolutely everybody involved this season, from our main cast to our guest stars to our recurring cast, just everybody absolutely kills it. Everybody is hysterical. It's just such a good show. And keeping with Only Murders in the Building tradition, there is a murder in the closing moments of the season. I will obviously not say who it was, but I think this is the biggest cliffhanger yet. And I cannot wait until season 4. I need it right now, man. They need to end this fucking strike. Well, at the time of this recording, the writer strike is over, but not the actor strike. So hopefully this shit gets figured out soon because I need season 4 so bad. I give Only Murders in the Building season 3 the biggest A+ I can possibly give.
Did you enjoy the review? Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to get notified when more reviews go live. Feel free to leave a comment to discuss your thoughts on the movie or show, and I will see you next time.